Hey.
All right.
Paladin dance.
Yes?
Your thoughts?
It's good to be back.
Didn't have anything else.
Not a problem.
The last person that disobeyed Captain Kells ended up screaming rust over it.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the interceptor would do to you.
You mean being zapped into energy and then put back together again? Piece of cake.
You can make jokes all you want, but I wouldn't put so much faith in technology I didn't understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
For all we know, that's a recipe for Deathclaw's surprise.
Well, it's the best we could do with such short notice. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see. In the meantime, your mission to recruit Dr. Lee still needs to be completed. Good luck, Knight.
Elder Maxon?
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Prydwen. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, on to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress.
Ready, ma'am?
Ingram?
So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
Why all the secrecy?
We're pouring every resource we have into this thing. We can't risk tipping off the Institute. For now, the fewer people that know about it, the better. Come on. It's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, Prydwen might be a big beast,
If you keep
but
hoarding
she's
that
not built
garbage,
for
you're going to
fighting.
slow us down.
That's where our new project comes in. This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
I wish I had your confidence, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's gonna take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile.
That doesn't sound hard to fix.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll just run down. As much as I hate to admit it, luckily you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his powers...
Glad to see you return.
Attention. This is a notice to all personnel. Please think of your brothers and sisters down below. Thoroughly secure all gear while on the flight deck. Thank you.
My duty shift was long, but I'm glad we're making a difference out here.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
One of us is a liar, and it isn't me.
Oh, don't try and pin that nonsense on me. I said I'd come back to the Brotherhood, and I have. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime. I've been down this road with the Brotherhood before. Why would I make the same mistake twice?
Because we care what happens to the Commonwealth.
And we want to stop the Institute from using its technological superiority as a weapon.
You know, if anyone else wearing a Brotherhood of Steel uniform said something like that, I'd laugh in their face. But coming from you, tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime.
Now that we have intelligence on the Institute, we can use it against them to gain the upper hand.
Proctor Tegan.
Nice work bringing Dr. Lee back into the fold.
I'm looking for some firepower.
Sure, I've got something.
I can't wait to see Liberty Prime in action again.
Cade won't clear me for duty yet.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
Well, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Yeah. Sorry about that, Ingram.
Don't worry about it. We might be butting heads on a few issues, but besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuator.
You're acting like I know what those are.
Oh, I know you haven't the faintest idea what I'm talking about. I just like watching you squirm. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip them. What we need you to do is build...
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of... The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered... According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one... We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be...
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb. Good luck.
With your reconnoiter of the Institute complete, you finally have first-hand knowledge about their facility.
Greetings, Knight.
Proctor Ingram.
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
I'll run down to the Super Duper Mart and pick some up.
Cute. I wish it was that simple. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs, the same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's air force, so we assumed we wouldn't have trouble finding them. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke...
Great. That's just great.
Well, hang on a second. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining here. Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation. We're fairly certain this includes... The catch is that the installation is located somewhere...
Oh no, not again.
Yep. You better stock back up on the anti-radiation gear. Scribe Halen's established a communications point on the frontier of the... I suggest you head out there first. Hopefully, by the time you've returned... Good luck, Knight.
Rearming Prime with nukes should get him back to full fire. Fighting potential.
This shouldn't take long.
Halen?
It's good to see you.
Thanks, Halen. I assume the place is still in one piece.
We're doing the best that we can. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
Don't get overconfident. That's what got you into trouble with those ferals I helped you with.
I appreciate your tactical assessment, Knight. Anyway, I know I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pimp. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar. And after that, you should probably head back to Proctor Inc.
If I survive, you mean?
Don't worry. I've taken care of everything. Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but remember to keep an eye on your Geiger counter. If you don't, the radiation will cook you from the inside out. Good luck, Knight.
What you'll find. It appears that this facility is more than just bomb disposal. It's been converted into a launching silo as well.
Perfect.
Don't get excited. It's just some scrap. This is quite an unusual location.
Going up. Hey. Yes.
I've heard of breaching a door. This is a lot quieter.
Back to hell!
this much metal, you tend to stay away from the water.
State your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
Oh, right. Hallowed ground. Obviously. Just...
Your mockery is wasted. The children of Atom have sworn to guard.
trust me, I'm on your side here. I want to help you out.
Atom has no need. When he returns to us, that is why they...
This man is obviously delusional.
Mm-hmm.
I recommend we switch tactics.
I want to spread his,
Perhaps then I have misjudged you. If you would see these relics used,
right?
Take this and prepare to end. Follow the brilliance of the glow. May Atom's...
This is Captain Mitch Dunleavy, 132nd Engineering Corps at Sentinel Site Prescott. All lines of communication are down, and we're tracking multiple inbounds on radar. If this is a drill, we need confirmation immediately.
Dance.
Now that this site's been secured, you should return to the airport immediately. I'll remain on watch until the vertebrates arrive.
Was it something I said?
Not at all. I just don't have a choice. Elder Maxon's orders were quite clear. I'm not to take my eyes off these bombs until every one of them has been counted, tested, and loaded. If we want Liberty Prime to reach peak fighting efficiency, we can't... Dismissed, Knight.
Ad Victoriam, sister.
Proctor Ingram? Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work
Sure. I have full confidence in everyone's abilities here. I appreciate that.
Proctor, all the readouts look green?
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you press the button. After all, without your help...
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task.
Liberty Prime. Back online.
Alright, let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command. Accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module. Online. Audio functionality test. Initialized. Designation. Liberty Prime. Mark II. Mission. The liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets. Any and all red Chinese invaders.
Now let me run a system analysis and battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime. Full system analysis. All systems. Nominal. Weapons. Hot. Warning. Nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning. Power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
Got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty...
With him on our side, I don't see how the Institute even stands a chance.
I couldn't agree with you more. Before you head off to your next... I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power armor.
I didn't get anything for you.
Oh, sure you did. It's that big metal behemoth standing over there. Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to the Pridwin. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here. And thank you, Knight. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
I prefer laser weapon.
Excuse me, Elder Maxson.
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
I'm not sure I like how you're asking me that.
And I don't appreciate being betrayed by my own soldiers. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Danse is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
That's impossible.
I'm afraid not. The evidence is quite damning. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Danse are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
After After everything I've done for the Brotherhood, you have some nerve accusing me of lying.
Your outburst leads me to believe I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't... Dance is a synth. He represents everything we hate. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be... Which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Dance and execute him.
I won't do it. Dance deserves a chance to explain himself.
You will do it. This is not up for judgment or debate. I'm giving you a direct order, Knight, and I expect you to follow it without question. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Dance was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzed. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
Vertibird docking systems and fusion coolant feed systems reporting green.
Looks like we have a thruster imbalance. Tweaking pitch.
Attention! Any soldiers who have not yet received a field assignment from Proctor Tegan should speak to him at once.
Gave those mutants
That is all.
before strong something to think about.
Proctor Quinlan?
Oh, Knight. I was told you were coming. Sorry about this business with Dance.
I don't want to talk about it.
I understand. On to your orders, then. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports, and unfortunately, I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware, Dance had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them as possibilities one by one. You may want to get comfortable. This could take quite a bit of...
What the hell is this crap about Dance being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Dance up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
I don't like your tone, Halen.
My tone. Who cares about protocol at a time like this? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Dance did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to get...
Scribe Halen, you're addressing a senior officer, and you will show her the respect that she's due, or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here...
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information.
Very well, then.
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
I'll take anything that gets me closer to finding Dance.
Yes, ma'am.
Proceed, Knight.
If you'll follow me, ma'am.
Back already? How goes the patrol?
Hail, Knight.
Cade won't clear me for duty yet. I think he's giving me orders.
I still can't believe Dance was really a synth. Goddamn traitor.
Unless you like getting radiation sickness, I'd stay away from ferrets.
Scribe.
This way.
Knight. Can't believe that Dr. Lee's returned to the Brotherhood. I thought she was a traitor.
Now that Dr. Lee's arrived, I'm
With
certain she'll
Liberty
be vital
Prime
to the
back in
Brotherhood's
action.
success.
Got some choice weapons.
If Dance ran away, he must be guilty. We better find him before he reveals our secrets to the Institute.
Halen?
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Dance?
That's a risky question, Halen.
I know it is, but I need you to listen to me for a minute. I've known Paladin Dance ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Dance.
Why are you telling me all of this?
Because someone has to before you rush off and carry out Maxon's orders without thinking about what you're doing. Dance is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you, not just as a member of the Brotherhood, if you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become...
All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes... Before the Pribwin showed up, Dance had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war US military outpost on... It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. Just be careful.
Welcome aboard, sister.
I always suspected there was something weird about Paladin Dance. Something, you know. Off.
Gotta pick me up if you're feeling glum.
Let's see what you have.
Self-served man.
Yeah, it's true. I got shot in the ass last year.
Hey, it's the new girl. Am I right?
Got me mistaken for someone else.
Mistaken?
I've got a few minutes to brow.
Everything.
Going down. Please stand clear. This. Now A.
Not much in the way of technology down here, is there?
Excuse me.
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
I don't understand what's going on, Dance.
Believe me, this is more of a shock to me than it is to you. I didn't know. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
No, but I'm hoping there's a way out.
Don't be ridiculous. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that this must be difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
The empathy that you're showing me, it's a human emotion.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I'm ready to accept it. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be dead.
No. I won't do it, Dance.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that for me?
I've already lost my family. I don't want to lose my friend.
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I should consider how my death might affect the people that care about me. People like you and Halen. Perhaps now that you've opened my...
Whatever you decide to do, I've got your back.
Thank you, my friend. But I have my own path to follow. The only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth. The sooner I make for the border, the sooner I put this behind me. Take my holotags. Use them to prove that your mission was a success. Now, come on.
Hi.
Going up.
Greetings, Knight.
Elder Maxon?
Report, Knight. Have you handled the situation with Paladin Dance?
Did you want his holotags as proof?
That won't be necessary. Perhaps you should keep them as a reminder of your lapse in vigilance. Of course, Dance's execution, that traitor, held quite an important position with us. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power armor. Congratulations, Paladin.
Body's not even cold, and you're already dividing the loot?
To the victor go the spoils. Being a part of the Brotherhood, you should learn to appreciate that sentiment. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity. I trust you won't disappoint them, or disappoint me. In any event, we still have the Institute. While the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime, Captain, report to him immediately for your next assault.
Sure.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Delta sequence initiated. Completion time 14 minutes.
I'm occupied.
Attention all personnel.
We'll speak later.
I'm disappointed I need to address this, but unsanctioned social contact with Commonwealth natives is strictly prohibited. Attention. This is a notice to all personnel. Please think of your brothers and sisters down below. Thoroughly secure all gear while on the flight deck. Thank you.
Hard to stomach news like that. Are you doing all right?
Actually, I need some supplies.
Scribes have been stocking us up.
Medical report, Night Captain Cade reported. I've been working closely with Scribe Naraya, examining some of the synth bodies that our recon teams have recovered. Even though we have yet to recover the synths that appear completely human, these lesser models are still astoundingly advanced.
Did you complete the patrol so
What's becoming
soon?
apparent is that the
Well, I guess you could have discovered some
technologically
technical
gifted enemy we've ever encountered, and therefore exceedingly dangerous. I've turned over all of my data to Lancer Captain Kells, along with my recommendations for developing effective countermeasures for these synths. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how much it will help, given the fact that the real enemy are the synths that could be hiding among us.
Hey there.
I'm worried about these recruits. Too young, too green. Not like the initiates back in my day.
Your promotion was well deserved.
Damn it, Scribe. I told you I didn't want the corners bent. The issues were to be in mint condition.
I'm sorry, Proctor, but this is the only limited edition annual we've recovered. Even before the bombs fell, this was the rarest issue. The one where Grognak dies and comes back to life.
Yes, Scribe. I've read the 2076 underlane price guide from cover to cover, so I'm well aware of its past value. The fault for this travesty rests squarely on your shoulders, because you chose to ignore the important lesson I taught you. Which is?
Always bag and board. I'm sorry, sir. You're absolutely right.
Greetings.
And I promise it will never... sir? What's that red blinking light on your terminal?
Welcome back.
What?
Heard about
Oh,
Dance.
damn it all! I left it in record mode.
Let me see what you have.
Got some choice.
Excuse me, Proctor Tegan.
Congratulations on the promotion, Paladin.
Set me up?
Sure, I've got
The Institute and their technological abominations need to be stopped at any cost.
I don't know what the protocol is about having dogs on the Pridwin, so I'll just pretend I didn't see this. How could you have been so close to Paladin Dance and not know he was a synth?
Cade won't clear me for duty yet.
It's a shame we lost Paladin Dance. He was one of the best.
I'll send for you if I need you.
Sir.
I can't talk right now. I have a lot on my mind.
I'm pleased to see Maxon's promoted you to Paladin. You deserve it, sister.
She might not look like much, but the Pridwin gets the job done.
Heads up. Stay! Follow me.
We're having a sale on brooms.
Uh-huh. Let's see what you have.
Oh, goody.
Ready to head back out?
Ready.
Good. Then let's get moving. All this rest is making me tired.
This is Radio Freedom, broadcasting all day, all across the Commonwealth. Alert! We just got a call for help from one of our settlements. Any Minutemen within range, please respond. This is Radio Freedom. Nothing to report at the moment. Stay tuned for updates.
Hey there.
I'm glad you're here. We've been having some trouble with raiders.
Uh-huh. Tell me what's going on.
They showed up in force. There were two. They said as long. At least we know where they're hiding out. Here, I'll mark it on your map.
Don't worry.
Thanks.
Seems to be growing well.
Attention. Interfering with a law enforcement robot is a felony.
This your way of getting me back? Who's there? Who's out there?
No need to hide. It'll all be over soon.
Looks like a good spot to take a rest. Rowdy, you want to spiff up your power armor? You've come right. The Atom Cats have the most far out.
Let's see what you got.
This better be worth the time. Bunch of junk in here.
Look alive.
This better be worth it.
I'm on it, Captain.
Watch your step, man.
Ah, Paladin. Good. Now that the unfortunate matter regarding Dance has been settled, we can return to our primary mission.
No rest for the weary.
We'll rest when the Institute is a smoking ruin. Until then, Elder Maxon and I expect you to be at your best. Now, before we launch our attack on the Institute, they're a small but capable group that uses subterfuge. Our tactical analysis says they could possibly hamper or harm our operation. If we strike them now, we should.
Why is the railroad such a threat?
Even with their relatively small numbers, the railroad is a constant threat to our operations. They've already proven to be resilient against superior forces. Worse still, they possess the If we intend to end the synth menace, destroying the railroad hinges on completely eliminating their leadership. To that end, here's a list of the 5 targets we believe would cause...
Do they all have to die?
Absolutely. It's the only effective way of ensuring. Now, before you depart, Proctor...
Our sources tell us that the railroad has some sort of experimental or prototype robot in their headquarters. They're calling it the Predictive Analytic. They use the robot for complex strategic calculation. If you could use this holotape to decrypt the security on Pam's terminal, I'm certain we could put Pam's computing power to good use. Otherwise...
I'm not really the hacking type.
Then find someone who is and take them with... I'd hate to see that robot go to waste just because you don't know a terminal from the rear end of a
I hope I don't need to remind you that the acquisition of technology. When you're ready, proceed to the Old North Church. They'll provide demolition support and...
Try and get Pam back here in one piece, okay?
Look alive.
Yeah?
Hey,
What do you need, darling?
your thoughts?
Next person that asked me to shag is getting a well-placed kick. If you get
Your thoughts?
my heart,
Your thoughts?
all this walking's weird.
That was it?
No problem.
If you need a lift down to the airport, just grab a ride on vertebrate transport.
Wow, that doesn't look half bad.
We really should just stay out of each other's way.